Okay, welcome to this series. What we're going to do is we're going to calibrate this machine. It's Craftsman, the 113, and this series is a 197, and this model is the 250. That's the one there with the legs. That series also have the 210, which has the little cabinet there as you see up on top. So that's what this machine is. It's an electronic one. I should say half electronic, because I actually have a full electronic Craftsman machine made in the early 80s, where there was no handle to bring the head up and down. It's all done by motor. You just press in whatever decimals you want it to go up, and the machine will just go up or down or whatever. But anyway, let's stay with this guy. And the reason why I'm doing it is because after years, I've had this body 30 years, it gets a little rough going up and down, bringing the head up and down. This is actually the guard that came with this machine. What happens is that you wind up, it gets very hard to bring the head up after quite a long time, almost 30 years. And what happens is back in there, that column, it gets a little corroded, but the way to do that is to loosen up the bolts a little, and I'll show you. Let me move this guy out of the way. There is no need to do much to it except there is 4 bolts here, which you loosen from the other side. And also, you must loosen these Allen keys here, these 4 of them, that attach to that little unit right there. I don't know if you were able to see that. I can do this. There is one of the bolts. Here's the other one. But the head is on the other side. There's an opening in the back. You can see that. That's where you loosen them. But you also have to loosen these Allen keys. Is what keeps the arm. I should say that will be the miter at 0. We'll be adjusting that later on. So you have to loosen these up also a little bit, and that will free up the up and down motion by just loosening up these bolts very slightly. Very slightly. That's all it needs to be done. But what happens by doing that, let me put you back here. By loosening those bolts just a tiny bit, so I can have free motion of the machine. As you can see, I can go up very nicely, and you got to see how firm this machine is set to the floor. I leveled it the best I could, and it's nice and firm. It's not moving on me. Even when I go up or I go down, it is very important. Look how easy it is to go up now, which I had problems before, because it gets like that after a while. Let me bring this over to the middle. So what you do is you tighten up the bolts, make sure that the head is not shaking, it's nice and tight. It's nice and tight. But by doing that, let me move this out of the way again, is that you're going to have to just about calibrate the whole thing all over again just by loosening up those bolts so slightly so you can have a little free play to go up and down. And let me show you what I mean by that. If I was to so the way to calibrate this is by rotating the head around so the arbor is down, and what you want to do is okay, again I use this collar, the blade collar. That's what holds the blade. And here like this, I use this guy. So again, the table gets attached here and here, and then over here on the other side, of course. And those are the 4 points where you're supposed to level out the table to the saw. It is not all the place, not on top of the table after you have it on. You're supposed to be doing these brackets. That's what these brackets are here for, to level it out. Just to show you the guys that actually wind up putting these machines on a bench, and they wind up putting a table over the frame of the machine. Look how off they really are. Here's the frame, and here's their bracket where the table is going to sit on. Look how high it is. It's way over this. This guy here is not level to the machine, and that's what we're going to calibrate right now. So this, even on the other side, if you look at it, this bracket, here's where the table is going to sit on. It's going to get bolted onto this. Look how far away it is from the frame of the machine. So if you were to put a table on top of this, like I see a lot of guys do, it's like they are way off. I don't care what they say. You're not cutting straight. I don't care what you want to do. Even if you only want a cross cut, it just doesn't make sense what they say. Oh, they want a dedicated dado. My goodness, I keep hearing that. They want a big machine like this in their shop, hitting in the workbenches for dado only, and they're attaching the table onto the frame, and look how off it really is from the head itself. So now, with that in mind, let's go back over here. Having problems with my camera now. Put this there, and then you want to see, I'm going to use my two hands, how far. It's pretty close there. It's rubbing. It's rubbing there. That's the back of it. Let's go to the other side. The other side, and back of the other side of the table is right over here. Let's see what happens there. And it's just about touching. It's perfect. That's the back of the table. It's perfect. Now let's go to the front here. Here's where the front of the table on the right is going to be. And look what happens. I can't get it in there. It moved on me because I loosened up the bolts in the back for me to allow to bring this machine up and down nicely, because it is now. But just that little bit of loosening up those bolts, it brought the machine, the head down, where I'm going to have to calibrate it now. That means that I'm going to have to go through this whole procedure of having the front to the back the same level. And it's not difficult, it's just a tedious job, because if I was to bring this down a little bit to I can put this in there, this here is gonna go up. So it's like going back and forth, but then you got the other two on the other side you got to work with. So it's a little tedious job. What I need to do is I need to bring this down just a little, and then bring my head up so it will fit over here at the same level, and then I have to do the same thing on the other side. I can't bring this all the way down for this to fit, because then this is going to come down on me. But if I go half away of whatever I need here to bring this in there, underneath there, if I go half away, this will go up a half away, and then I'll be pretty level. Then I have to do this the other side. So just kind of let you know, first of all, what happens when you loosen up a little bit in the back, how things go out of whack very easily. It's like it's out of whack. The front of the table is telling me that the front of the table is higher. If I was to put the table on those brackets now, the front of the table will be higher. I mean, the blade is going to be cutting more in the front of the table than the back. And I don't want that, because it's out of whack. You know, if I do ripping, if I do molding, everything I do with this machine is going to be out of whack, no matter what. Even if I want to just do cross cutting, there you go. Even cross cutting, that's telling me that it's going to dig more in the front than in the back. The same thing with the dado. If I put a dado thing on it, just to cross cut it, it's going to dig more into the front than the back. So this is how important calibrating these machines really are. And it doesn't take long. It really doesn't. This is the only part that is a little tedious. Is getting the table level to this arbor, because you got to go back and forth. And it's very tiny, the adjustments that you got to do. It's going to take a little time, but once that's done, the rest of it is very easily. And that's what we're going to do in this series. We're going to adjust this machine perfectly, like actually the manual telling you to. And then you should not be afraid of using this machine the way it was supposed to do. You know, we're not here to invent the wheel. We just want to use this beautiful machine. It does a lot of things. And I want to show everything I do with this machine. It does a lot. It does a lot. So, let me shut up the video. Let me adjust these. It's going to take a little bit. I'll come back and show you what I've done, and then we'll open up the package to see what I got on that recoil thing. I want to know how thick that table is to see what I'm going to do here. If I'm going to actually replace it, or I'm going to put the same one back again and maybe use this one for another machine that I have. Okay. Did all the calibration. It took a little bit, but this is very important to get this part of the calibration of your radial arm saw done correctly, because from here everything falls to this setting right here. And this machine has the table gets attached here on this bracket and here on this bracket, and the same over here. The front of the bracket somewhere here on this bracket. Look how far away that bracket goes. The bolt is over here actually, but it gets attached over here. So these are the 4 points that you must level to the arbor of the machine. Also, what the Craftsman has, which the other saws don't have, like the D-Walt, and that's why Mr. Dusty wants you to make a table, double table with a rod to keep it straight, is because they don't, those saws don't have right here in the middle of the table, there's an adjustment, and also there's also an adjustment, the table, to keep it level from corner to corner. We'll go through that later. So let me see how I did here. Let me put you over here. And because you're watching this video, I know there's people having problems doing this part. They can't get it because it is really tedious. But there is a trick about it, is that when you measure the height of your arbor, you can't put the big wrench like they tell you to do. You just got to touch it. You just got to touch it here at the beginning, because if you put it all the way here, you wind up reading the back of it, which is higher. So sometimes it doesn't go. Right here is right there, and if I go in the front, you see, showing the front. Just put the beginning of that, and you can see it just fits in there. There it goes. It goes right in there. That's all you need to do. You can't put a big key in there, because it's going to be hard to do. Just anything flat, just touch it right over the hole, and to see how high the arbor is. Let's do the other side. Do this hole here. If you can see, just put the little corner, just a corner of this, and there you go. There you go. If you put a big key in here, it's going to be tough, because now you're reading the upslope on this bracket here, so it's going to be hard to do. So just kind of go over the hole. Just over the hole a little bit like this. You can see that. Just over the hole a little bit. And there it goes. See? It goes right on top of it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy, actually. Because if not, I would just keep doing it until it comes out perfect. I need that to be perfect. Once that's done, it takes the 9/16 open end and a box wrench there, a 1/2 inch, and those 4 bolts, make sure they are tight. That bolt right there that holds the bracket, make sure you have a lock washer on it, and tighten that. Here's the nut right there, and the nut on the inside. These should be very tight. This is what's going to hold the table. And look how far away the table is from the frame. It's very far away. If you were to put a table over this frame without the brackets, look how far away you will be from that arbor. Leveling out the arbor, it will be hard. You won't be able to do it. So there's 2 levels. One is the machine where you're standing, which you can operate this machine crooked if you want. As long as the table is level to the arbor, you're going to have beautiful cuts. It doesn't matter if you do it cockeyed, if you know what I'm trying to say. Now, finally, I'm going to wind up opening up this package here. Oh, there goes my battery. Hang on, let me get another camera here. Okay, we got a little battery left, because after this I don't have any more. Now it's time to open up this package. I've had this for a long time. I sent for it because Craftsman was giving out a new table and a guard, which I showed you already. but I have no idea what type of table they're sending. I hope it's the same one, 1 inch. I'll be very happy. It might not be, so let's see. Okay, this is one. Oh yes, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh yes. What do we got here? We got 1 inch. Oh yes. Wow. This is great. I got a brand new table. Now my question is, let's see. Let's put it on. Give it back. Wow, nice. Nice, 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 nice. Very happy, very happy. Yes, here are the holes. Let's see. It only goes one way here. Let's see if I can get this straight. This is the bottom part. Let's see if it's true. Yeah, of course. What I need to put in here is this, let me see if I can find it. I don't think it came with this. Nope. It's a little thing that goes there. I say that here it is. This little T thing here. Let's see. I can stick this in right now. Probably goes on this hole right here. Right here. Okay. Let me put you over here. You can see me putting my beautiful table on for the first time. Here's one hole. Here's the other. Wow. Don't tell me these holes don't match. I can't believe it. These holes don't match. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can't believe it. I gotta shut this video down a little bit. I gotta think of it a little bit. Looks like I got the wrong goddamn table. Okay, kind of got a little crazy here, not knowing what happened. But after settling down a little bit and finding out why these holes don't match, is because I believe that this unit came with two brackets. I don't know where they are. They want you to, I can see why they want you to install the brackets that come with the table. And the reason for that is that this table, the front table, is 17 and a quarter. This one is 16. This one is 1 inch less, 1 inch smaller than the other. And I'm saying, why did they do that? This hole here is really right there. Is out of the way. But this one matches, that one matches, and the front match. It's just these two here where the holes are not there because they're back here on the old bracket. So if I wasn't installed the new brackets, I believe those holes would have been there. And why did they do that? I'm thinking to myself, and the reason is because when you change and put the new guard, the only way to keep that head back on the other side of the fence is to actually make this smaller and bring the fence forward a little bit. This way, when you turn the head, let's do that right now. Well, I shouldn't do that because I know that's exactly what it is. This way, this guard, I don't know where it is now. This guy here. This guard will fall behind the fence like this. And we'll probably see that later on. And that is the reason. But anyway, just to get this top down, because I want to do that and continue, because I could care less about the new guard because I'm not using it. But anyway, and I tell you why. Because the way I use this machine, I do other things with it. I will use the front hole, this one here, and what I'll do is I'll drill that one and this one through my bracket, my old bracket, and that's what I need to do. So I can put this one here, this one there, and I'm missing another one, this long one here that goes here. This is what levels, once this is down, this guy here will level from here to here. If there's a bow, then I'll be able to use this guy. And also this one here. If there's a bow back here, I'll be able to adjust it with this one, which you'll see later on. So let me stop the video. Let me make two holes here, and then we'll attach the table. And there is something else we need to do before anything, is to set these screws here, and that will be the travel. We'll set the travel of the carriage. That will be the second thing to do after installing this. So let me save the battery and I'll bring you back when these holes are done. Okay, hope you get to see this. I got you in an angle where the table is secured. I made the holes, so I jimmy rigged it. I used my old brackets. I was able to cut two holes, and I'm able to use my old brackets. The table is on, and I think I explained the reason is because of the new guard. They wanted this, the fence to be a little forward. So let me take this off for a minute. And then we'll go to the next one before I run out of battery here. Let's take this one off now. Okay. So, because I know that the arbor is level with the brackets on these four corners, so here I go. You can hear it hitting the table perfectly. And those two corners over here, and if I go towards you, it's hitting perfectly. The only place is not, if it was in the middle, I will have a screw here where I can deal with this. They want you to put a level here, and so you can level this out. But in the back, I'm off a little bit. If I bring this back, you can see that I'm off. I don't know if you can see that. I'm off very little. The table's a little lower than my arbor. And the way to deal with this, Craftsman has, which is nice. It's this Allen screw that goes in there, and I'll be able to lift this section of the table up into just about hits the arbor. See if I can find this guy. Let's see where it is here. Maybe this one. Nope. This one too big. Maybe one of these. Nope. Oh well. Let me see. I believe I'm going to run out of battery here. This one here. Nope. A little bigger. Okay, this one right here. Stick this guy in there. Move this guy a little bit. So what's nice about Craftsman, see they have yours here so you can lift the table if needed. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I wish I could find the one that fits there. Maybe this one. No, it's not. Okay, I don't have that one. No, I guess I don't. Oh, here it is. I'll be able to do it with this one. Here we go. So I bring the arbor very close. Hopefully you can get to see that. If I can move all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to bring that up. At least to go more. Oh, someone was there. A little bit more. I got my fat hands in there. Almost there, almost there. There it goes. I'm happy right there. Right there's good. Right there's good. like it. Can't get any better than that. So here's my table. Let's go far what we did. We loosened it up a little bit so we can bring it up and down easy. We installed the table. There's a level. If I have battery, you go to the next one. That is to let's bring this to we lock it up. The travel. Let's see how well we do with the travel. Go the other way around. I need to put you over here. That's the next thing we're going to do is to travel. And you notice it's off. If I go forward, look how far away it goes. So off a little bit to travel. So to adjust that, with these 4 little screws in the back I mentioned before. What we're going to do is loosen them up. And we find a spot where we can move this here. Oop, too much. Right there is writing. It's writing beautifully. Nope, not yet. Right there. There is hitting. There is not. So you can bring that in by tightening this one a little bit. How did that do? Oh, maybe the other way around. Oh, that wouldn't. Goes the other way. Let's see. Tighten this guy. Right there. Looks like you're there. Okay. Oh, again, we don't have it. We loosen the one side a little bit. Here we tighten this side. Okay, we moved it a little. Right there. Keeps moving on me a little bit. That's okay. Just a little bit more. And that's exactly what happens. My battery is running out. These Allen screws right here is for them. And with that, I'll finish this up, get it ready, and then when we come back, the next one, I will continue with the setup. And thanks for watching.